they've played, it's Overpass and Cobble. And some of them were close in the recent months from the ECS League. Back on, I think it was April 7th was the day. So these are going to be two telling maps. And then, of course, Mirage is fourth if we need it. And Cash came out as not picked, but just left over. Now, into the pistol round, it will be SK Gaming on to the T side. Hellraisers playing that defense first, and Angel going for the boost over the wall in B.
SK do this a lot, but they actually usually just take B really quickly off of this cat control. I think once they were given, it was given to them with no defense from Hellraisers, they decided to take their time, and it looks like they're going to walk out long B. I don't know if this is going to allow Angel to just get a free headshot.
Yeah, well, that's what he's hoping for, right? That CT weaponry just come away with a quick one-tap, but instead it's him. He gets gushed up immediately by that Glock, and Pimp is, no one's climbing that ladder. Go down, Oscar.
Such an unreal frag.
That's Oscar the Grouch right there. He got put right back in the trash can. And now we've got Sticko. He's going to go down as well. We've been seeing SK trying to run that kind of counter boost up to the window fairly often. And now it's going to be Bondic trying to get through the blue door. He's actually got players on both sides. He's lucky to even be alive right now. Zero does near lethal damage, but there's not much of a chance on the round. Magic's Boy with the jumping Glock, and it looks like everything's going SK Gaming's way once more. And that is just... I mean, that was Madi, right? We talked about him getting a lot of first kills just because he was patient, but that was a straight-up entry frag onto that B site for Madi.
How do you even like plan for that? I mean, that was just a completely off angle. The boost on B, you could expect it. Like, people boost there a lot, but to be able to hit that shot from that far away and be ready for it with a Glock is crazy. And not only that, but he got 2 headshots. Yeah. He didn't even kill him with the first shot. You can't do that with the Glock. He hit him twice in the head, and that's why that position would typically be so powerful. Not today.
And Madi doing what he loves, getting his hands dirty with that MAC-10. We actually have a couple UMPs out on the field now. That's Asilian and Freeze with those. Angel going to be standing in some fire. Freeze will get one through the short drain. Angel with the response out. And can he get into a position to actually retrieve the weapon? And yes, he does. Bomb being planted, though. Sticko coming up here on that catwalk from a Graffiti and actually just taken out by Madi. And once again, another $600. Pip getting shot up into the air, but Magic's Boy's there to trade out. He'll bring down Angel, who did find 2 kills on the round, so he caused a bit of damage. It's a chance for Oscar now, but Magic's Boy going to stop him in his tracks.
We're going to really learn a lot right now as to how much of a chance SK have in this series. Because seriously, they just beat Hellraisers on their map pick and are moving into their map pick with a pistol round, a second round, and have just looked so confident on Overpass versus anybody. So I really fear for Hellraisers in this moment. SK just playing so well. And again, breakout tournament for both these teams. Like, this is maybe the first LAN for Hellraisers with this lineup, and then SK, who are very overdue to win a LAN. Or just to even place really well.
Yeah, pretty much for the entirety of their, like, the organization coming into CSGO, right? It's one of the oldest brands out there when we look at esports, and definitely look at Counter-Strike. They haven't really had much success here in this iteration of CS, but maybe this could be their chance to start getting some titles under their belt. Sticko and Zero. Zero did pick up that MAC-10, took that over from Madi, and he'll get one more kill with it. So small little stimulus package, I guess, the $600 to that CT economy, but overall, it's just that quick 3-0 for SK Gaming, and into the rifle round we go.
Again, this is what's so explainable about SK moving into the first rifle round, and I've been holding my breath for this because I'm curious to see how it plays out on the part of SK, as they're going to have the op on Freeze, and that's going to be relatively important, and they're probably going to play off the back of him, but he's going to be with the 4 players anyway, unless he decides that he wants to go to B for a pick for whatever reason. Now, that's the long B smoke that does not require a jump throw being thrown off of...
Did that miss?
I think it did. I mean, it still does the job because it lands in front of the tunnel, but didn't actually go in.
Oh, yeah, it definitely worked. Actually, no, there is a gap. That's a missed smoke, and that's going to allow Zero... Well, maybe it was planned. Maybe it was a plan, because Zero exploits the gap there and does find a kill, so it's SK Gaming a man down now going into the first rifle. And this was basically their bread and butter yesterday. Generally, they'd want to get here into either an even man position or have a man advantage, but they'd get that map control and they'd work up long.
See, the thing is, they're just committing to their plan without actually having Madi alive at B, or anyone to create presence for that matter. Now, Oscar, if he posted up for just a little bit longer, he would have found a kill, but they're completely fortified right now for a long take. They're ready for this.
And this is the beauty of playing the CT side with a man advantage. You can just kind of fall back onto those sites and then hold your angles. Yeah. Although SK Gaming do have a lot of utility, and we know for a fact that their long takes are well executed, and the utility is always going into the right place. There is a man here. That's going to be Sticko. Will he be checked? Oh. He actually goes out and doesn't get that kill. Pimp, now it's going to be a 3-on-3. The smokes are down. They can get onto the site. And in a round where maybe they should not have even been able to plant, here is Asilian typing in the code. Everybody knows so well that bomb is armed.
Yeah, absolutely shocked that they were able to plan. I mean, Oscar doesn't have any utility, so falling back through that smoke might not have been the best plan there. Instead, trying to stay with his teammate could have worked out better. Magic Boy comes away with a headshot on the flank from Bathrooms, and that just shuts down the retake in such a big way. If he goes down, it's 3v2, and you have 3 points of entrance to the site for the retake, and now they have 2 and are clearly saving. How did SK win that round? I have no idea. They really shouldn't have, basically. Well, whoa. Oh, I was like, a 0 on the other side of the wall and just didn't respond to Magic Boy jumping out, but it looks like he was not.
It can get confusing on Overpass with the X-ray turned on just because of the nature of the map. But yeah, SK Gaming, I think Hellraisers are really going to need to make a claim for the long control. We saw Zero spotting it, but he ended up falling back to bank, and then that let them set up perfectly without being seen, and then they pulled off that execution.
I just don't like how Oscar played it, because when we saw Oscar standing there with, I think it was Pimp, or not Pimp, excuse me. Oscar was standing there with Sticko.
Yeah.
Holding the wall. If he stayed with Sticko, they get a kill.
Absolutely.
Sticko's in a position where maybe he gets 1 kill and gets traded out, but with the op there, maybe they get a kill and he stays alive. And instead, Oscar receded, and we saw, the odds feel like they were going to change from our perspective with that adjustment. So I feel like that was a bit of a mistake from Oscar, though I don't know what his thought process was.
Well, here is Madi in the position we will see him every single round, basically. Outside of Monster or somewhere in construction and stairs. This time, Freeze is with him with the op, trying to come away with the first pick of the round. Angels opened up the door. Oh, that would have been an awesome spam through the sheet metal, but it's Magic's boy pulling off the magic trick. He's making these Hellraisers disappear.
Yeah, we take those. That was a moment where he did have the wallbang lined up and couldn't get the kill. Sticko, though, shuts down Pimp, who is known to come late stairs, and now Monty's going to be leading the entry. And this is when the lurk turns into the entry, when they decide to go back to B. Will he get the kill? No, he doesn't. Zero catches that flash a little bit too late, and because of it, Monty gets shut down.
Yeah, and Zero's been the saving grace a couple rounds for Hellraisers, even going back to Dust 2, finding double kills on the B site to hold it, but it's Asilian moving in as that secondary entry now, takes down Sticko. Zero trying to exploit this, will go over quickly over the railing through the smoke, takes down Asilian, 2-on-2 now. It's a retake, Oscar and Zero in charge of it. Oscar moving on the catwalk, looking around the column, but Magic's boy's just been so good. He's beat Oscar almost every single time in these exchanges, and in the back of the canal, he finally goes down. It's going to be Zero who needs to pull off a 4K to win this one. Smoke dissipating there on the sandbags. Freeze not going to go for the peak early, not baited out immediately, but then does go for it and brings down Zero with that op shot.
Yeah, Neske got the 5-0 after taking B, and Monty failed, but they were still able to get those 2 kills. Actually 3 because of Magic Boy, and he's the man of the round there. Getting both kills in stairs or towards short control, shutting down Angel, who had a pretty good chance to kill him, had an opportunity or 2 to try to land his spray, but couldn't do it, and so SK took advantage of that and won off the back of just good frags. And now Hellraisers have a horrible buy and are moving into round number 6 with just very low utility, an auto shotty, a UMP.
Well, I'm excited for the XM1014, that's for sure. It doesn't have a scope on it, though, which is maybe a little worrying because it's in the hands of Oscar. You want him to have that op, but they just can't support it right now. Freeze will still have his, and Madi once more. Maybe not reading the economy perfectly here because he has gone in for that MAC-10, but we do know that the MAC-10 can be still quite successful when the CTs are skimping and don't have the helmets. Aim punch is really annoying. And it's a 5-on-5 plant.
Have gotten the site for free. Magic Boy actually finds a frag. Yeah, now Sticko moving up from the bathrooms. Well, Magic's had another kill. Wow, he's just staying alive a little bit longer than he should, too. Has almost nothing to do with the skill, but Zero and Sticko get kills. And now it's 4v3. The bomb is down for Magics, but he just has such low HP to defend against this. And Sticko, I don't know if he spotted this. Is going to be able to come away with a 10-second defuse.
Freeze just killed Magic's boy because he was on 3 HP and a 10-second defuse for Stiko. He's going to come away with the round. And that is not a great round for SK Gaming to have dropped, right? They had the equipment value. They had a 5-on-5 post plant. Although there's not like so many spots. They weren't maintaining control of the bathroom, so they couldn't really get into good post plant situations.
Yeah, I mean, surprised the bomb goes down at A without anyone dying. That is kind of ridiculous, but 5v5 doesn't necessarily favor T's as much because, as you just mentioned, there just aren't that many spots. And here we'll find out if that smoke was missed on purpose.
Oh, no, it's just missed because that's a big error right there. And let's see if that's going to catch Hellraisers off guard, if they're just fully expecting that smoke to be there. Wow. Pimp gets blind, but he hits the headshot first, and a second one onto Bondic. Zero going over top. He's had some success here. He wanted to stop the plant, but they're going to plant further back on that supporting column. Magic's boy going to get Zero in the back, and all that nade's going in real quick. Fastball from Oscar, but it's a fast round from SK Gaming. They're going to have 6 on the board.
And there we see the power of first kills, entry frags exemplified as Pimp finds that kill, gets dinked, but then gets a second as well. That's 2 players down on the B site. The other thing that SK did as a caveat to their B hit that was really nice was they changed up their plant position because Zero always jumps over the box or has in the past, and they made it so that he had no play. Trying to get over the box and shoot default wasn't a strategy he could use to get a free kill, get the bomb down, create some chaos. Instead, they just changed up where they put the bomb down, and that made a huge difference.
Yeah, I think they already figured out what Zero was about when he was playing on the site. You know, always just coming over, standing on that railing and looking over the site box, trying to stop the plants. So they just switched that up, and it works out perfectly. Here is Madi getting a kill onto Oscar, who's trying to come up bank. And that's SK Gaming now 6-1. Economy for Hellraisers, still okay, but you will see Angel relegated down to that 5-7. Just a nade and a smoke to his name.
Unreal to see SK playing so well now, following up their madness from yesterday. And we see that, you know, Hellraisers playing well doesn't exactly mean as much when both teams came out of their last series looking hot.
Yeah.
And it's SK now to just do so much more.
That was weird. Why was he threw that flash?
He was trying to bait a peek.
Oh, okay. So playing on the sound and trying to get Stiko to go a little bit earlier just because he hears the shooting. That's actually very, very next level. Oscar playing on the stairs. And wow, that's a situation where you think Oscar can maybe even come away with a double, but it's a Cillian to get that quick headshot, and Stiko just limited to the 1 frag. Pimp playing so well in this series. He was someone that wasn't at least fragging very much in that Dignitas match. I thought he was playing exceptionally well on the A site, for instance, on Cobble, but his numbers weren't there, reflected on the scorecard. But here in this series, he has been electric.
4 players over at A. Those Hellraisers to try to circumvent this hit by moving up through bathrooms. Doesn't look to be too fruitful of a strategy. So Madi won't actually be able to catch this lurker, or this extra man Bondic. And he's going to be on the flank with a UMP. Angel also gets pushed off a really strong position with his 5-7 and will not actually get killed. Will come away with a second kill. How is this happening? 3 with the 5-7. Can you believe that?
I really can. Look back at Dust 2. Remember when Angel got the triple spray down with the Galil? He seems to get it done with the subpar weapons. That's magnificent stuff there from Angel. The saving grace of Hellraisers on that round. That'll get them a second. Although it was costly, they still lost a lot of members. The money is not fantastic for Hellraisers. SK Gaming, meanwhile.
How in the world does he get that sequence? The first kill, he's almost blind. Pimps whips the spray, but does 80 damage, and then he gets a first bullet off on Freeze. Handed to him on a silver platter, but able to hit 3 headshots as well. I mean, unbelievable. That flash was so perfect to push him off, and it seemed like he had such a better chance of getting those kills before that flash hit him in the face.
And sometimes that's Counter-Strike, right? You think the flash is perfect. Maybe Angel doesn't get flashed. He peeks, he gets nothing. But look at that. That's 5 kills in just a matter of seconds if you take from the last round. UMP to start it off. $1,200 earned there, and possibly, very likely, another round for the Hellraisers as they try to make this comeback and limit the success of SK Gaming's T side. I believe SK Gaming got 11 or 12 rounds on their T side the last time we saw them play Overpass against Dignitas. I want to say it was 11-4.
Huh. Where's that smoke land? Does that block off short? Oh, it actually bounces right and back in a long tunnel. That's really nice.
So Angel's able to get the one player as Pimp walks out the smoke first. That'll be Angel's third kill on the round and 2 3Ks in a row for him. So Angel really stepping up. The last, veteran member of this Hellraisers, like the original Hellraisers roster, really stepping up and getting it done here on both round 8 and 9. And now it's up to Freeze. Doesn't have that op in hand, and Zero. I mean, that's going to start getting pre-aimed. Zero's been there almost every single time that they've walked into that B site, but he will get the kill there.
Yeah, it started off with Angel bailing them out so hard. Now that SK are actually on a save because they lost 2 in a row. Unreal. Hellraisers might have been on a double save if they lost that force-up. And that 5-7-3K is just paying off the dividends now. Like, we see Hellraisers are completely back in this. Suddenly, this half has become competitive for them. And the 6 rounds of SK is not going to be sufficient, especially now that they're on a save and have to recover their economy.
I've noticed something, and the Bondic fans might not be happy about it, but about this time on Dust 2, he was 0-1-6. He's 0-1-6 again, but it may not matter because Oscar's hitting the shot. Stiko was up at the rock. That's going to be a third one for Oscar, possibly a fourth. Has a man pinned, gives it up though to throw the nade, and that nade damage supplemented with some 5-7 bullets. Can he get that 4th kill onto Asilian? Not quite yet. Asilian with, actually, forget the Glock. He's got an M4A4 now. Maybe get one more kill, limit the economy. But no, Angel flying in with that UMP for another $600.
Yeah. So in the last 3 rounds, he's gotten 9 kills.
Yeah, that's insane.
3 kills each round. Pretty good stuff. And now it's going to be both teams with a bye. Everyone's going to be shaving down right now. It's going to be SK to have barely any money left over, so it could be a buy save situation. A great opportunity for Hellraisers to equalize numerically for what that's worth on a map that you could say it can be T-sided or CT-sided.
Is this? Oh, okay, no, they're not throwing the smokes from B to fake anything. They're just throwing the smoke over from B to that smoked off the bathrooms there. Well, SK Gaming to move forward. I don't think I actually saw them use that yesterday, or we just didn't witness it directly. But now Monty's going to team up with Magic's Boy there back in that lower tunnel and connector. Pimp holding out in the park, and actually someone on his head. That's going to be Freeze. Was looking to boost over triangle there and spot anyone pushing up long.
Some resources wasted, though. It's SK to have 4 smokes remaining. Everyone's actually doing a great job of delaying both teams at this moment. Oscar might get first contact on Freeze at long, though. I don't know what's going to happen here, if he's going to dry peek or, yeah, he's just going to try to fly out, and that's where Oscar was last round. He's still there.
And Oscar at long is going to be very difficult for SK Gaming. I've said it a couple times already, but it was SK Gaming always wanting to work long in the late round, and if Oscar is always going to be present, it's going to be a problem for SK Gaming. He'll miss a shot here on short. Hellraisers playing 4-on-3 right now. It's Madi alive on 9 HP. He does have the 1 kill of the round for SK. Oscar missing another one, and missing another one, and Pimp will actually take him down for that. So it's going to be a 3-on-3, but Stiko not expected to be in the bathrooms right where Oscar was. Madi's coming in behind him, but he hears that, so he's able to come away with 2 frags, but then it's Asilian answering back with a double of his own, and he's got the bomb with 17 seconds. Rotations are fast on this map.
Oh my God.
For both sides.
This is super risky. Does he even have time? This is going to be so tight.
It's going to be really close. 4 seconds on the clock if he starts the plant. 5, 4.
Yeah, he's got it. Oh my gosh.
Calculated.
Unbelievable. He took that risk and it paid off. And Bondic's like, no way, he actually just ran back to A, or ran back to B with 14 seconds. And he catches Bondic coming out of heaven with a good smoke, insane 1v3. And SK put another round on the board, hugely crucial because, as we can see, that was a 1v1. And they spent all their money last round, so even with that, they have 2 Galeals. It does a lot of economic damage to Hellraisers, but it ensures SK's lead here because if they lost that, it would have most likely gone to 6-6. Critical time for that 1v3.
And I've seen Asilian do this before. When he had more time, he would actually, in that situation, just go behind the sandbags that are on the site and plant, and then peek off the right of that to window, because almost every single person that comes through window is looking at the stack of plywood, or they're looking over from the site cross to sandbags. So Asilian peeks off the right side and will win that battle, getting that player completely unsuspecting. Angel with the first kill here. Oscar with the second from stairs will miss 1 and able to retreat. He's actually got 2 teammates down here. So a lot of traffic in the stairs for the Hellraisers, and they'll throw a smoke to maybe get out of dodge.
Helps them out quite a bit. Unconventional way to smoke yourself out in, as a CT, but you can tell that SK have an inkling that they want to go downstairs, meet up with Madi. Hellraisers are reading the situation pretty well here. They know Monty's there.
Yeah, exactly. That is such a known quantity right now for this team. And I was thinking maybe he thought he had the angle and it was going to be clear, but he goes back just to double check, and he will get it. And yeah, they know where Madi is. Angel's just waiting for it so patiently. And we actually commented on this before we went into Dust 2, but we know that the Angel-Madi battle is going to continuously happen there at B.
Yeah, I don't even know who's better, honestly, because Angel is absolutely disgusting on this map as the B-Lurk, and Madi has just been the star of Overpass for SK as the B-Lurk as well. So 2 heavyweights on T side Overpass.
Someone else throwing the smoke now, I think. Like, all right, you take over.
There we go.
That's going to be with the gap again.
Yeah, so it's with the gap. I don't know if they're going to use it. We'll see if someone pushes up to the tunnel. But I guess it worked out really well. I don't know how many times you can use a one-way.
I'm not super convinced Hellraisers know how to throw that smoke.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're 100%ing it.
So we have 3 players up on A right now. Not playing very far aggressive off of the site, but Angel's going to try to work back in. The Molotovs were thrown, so he'll go where it was. Thinking maybe they won't check it. Sticko going to come away with a quick peek. He'll bring down a Cillian. Wall of smoke going down on the site, and Angel unchecked, but Silence weapon going to win out. They don't hear it. This boy does find a quick trade, but it's 3-on-4 right now. Freeze tries to jump on the small little trash can to peek over the site box, but can't come away with anything. Just watching the smoke now. Spots one on Optimus as the head comes out of the smoke. Oscar now, meanwhile, moving up across the site. He finds 1. Sticko and 0 also chiming in. It's Sticko with 2 kills. And we've got a game on our hands here on map 2.
Yeah, we definitely are. It seemed like SK were about to start running away with it. Hellraisers came away with a very fortunate 3K off the back of Angel, converted that into a round where it was more or less a team effort, and then earned themselves an eco, and now have put together a couple of, or earned themselves a couple of ecos, and won just a couple of straight-up rifles versus SK, who seemed to be a little bit more shaky now. Even though SK got a plan on that round and saved, they still have to save. So a 3-for-1 coming off that last round.
And they're going to go have a little bit of an adventure in the Eben Twitter plots. It's not going to work out, though. 3 kills for Sticko, and that's tied up 7-7, so it will come down to the last round of the first half to determine who wins it. But looking at a map like Overpass, 8-7 either way here, how do you feel about that scoreline?
It's like bad for both teams. Like it's a map that can be relatively even. It can be T-sided, and it wouldn't matter. Like you get 11 rounds on T-side and fully expect the team to come back and get 11 rounds as well. I think it's always possible. There's so much room to be a dynamic on CT side that makes it interesting. And look, this one way is actually going to make it hard for them. It lets them lead out. 0 only gets 1 kill defending against Long B, and Bondic is going to take the brunt of the work here, getting 2 for himself. That leaves Hellraisers with a severe advantage. 4v2 now. Freeze goes down with the bomb, and Pimp has just way too big of a job on his hands. There's no way he wins this round.
Yeah, 1 versus 4. He can try for it, but look where the bomb is. It's where everyone else died. All that carnage coming out of the tunnel, out of Monster there. Bondic stepping up from the barrels and getting 3 kills, and 0, of course, getting the first one when he made that initial contact. So Pimp's going to try to go around the other way, push through the CT back halls. Actually, we'll throw a smoke for misdirection.
Yeah, you do have to be as creative as possible. I mean, if you can somehow trick the team into thinking that you're coming from a new direction, that might be a huge... Oh, wow, he made the noise. What? Okay.
Yeah, vertical sound in this game sometimes not the best, but that was a kind of a weird moment from Sticko to hear that and then just look completely the wrong way. And now Pimp, not much of an opportunity. He's fighting 1 on site, and Bondic will just go up sneaky beaky-like and take him out. So that's Hellraisers bouncing back.
Bondic went from 2 kills to 6 in that round.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, well, we're going to take a quick halftime intermission, and we'll see you when we return for what looks like to be a very exciting second half on Overpass. 8-7.
Mm-hmm. Now, somehow Hellraisers come back and win the half 8-7. When it seems like SK are just going to take the half and run away with it. They only get 7 rounds on their T side. I'm sure are very disappointed in that fact. If they won that round where Hellraisers didn't have or had only a half buy, they would have gotten that a 2-for-1 and ended up with at least 9 rounds. So that's a pretty big loss and upset for them.
Let's see what SK Gaming can do on their CT pistol round, because they were ridiculous And that very first pistol here on Overpass. Pimp is actually going to stop the bomb plant, spins around to find Bondic. That's 2 kills for Pimp on the round, still up on Optimus. Spotting Angel, I believe that is, sliding behind the sight box. Bomb down in a bit of a precarious position, and Madi will take down Oscar. Looks like SK Gaming might be off to a good start here on the CT side. Sticko trying to work up, coming up the stairs into A. But it's actually from the long side. Angel was able to fall back from there. He re-aggresses and gets the kill onto Madi. So now a 2-on-2, but still the bomb down in a rough spot. Pimp peeking out. Does he have armor behind this? No, he's not the raid boss, but it doesn't matter. He comes away with another headshot onto Angel. It's his 3rd of the round. And now it's Magic's Boy who is. He got a Tech 9 armor and a kit. And they will take the round. Pimp with a 4K playing around the truck. Impressive.
Very worthwhile person to keep with that 5-7, obviously on the pistol round. Played that truck perfectly. And that just came down to just a Western-style shootout where everybody's just trying to take aim duels and not give up or forfeit too much of the map when the bomb is right there in the open. And meanwhile, Hellraisers are trying to shoot until the CTs have to reload, maybe pick up the bomb, somehow just get control of that first before they do anything else, because it's SK's game as long as they have that bomb control.
Lots of submachine guns, and Madi not going to be able to put his to work. Angel with that CZ is able to take him down and trying to slide in. There's no smoke here. He wants to go check the pit, nearly finding a 2nd kill, so it makes it actually an easy trade for Sticko, and then Zero with his Tech 9 to take down Asilian. So up to Magic and Freeze. Freeze with just 11 HP does come away with 1 kill. A lot of this retake responsibility going to fall onto Magic's Boy. Gonna try to put down a smoke. Oh, actually very effective flash coming over the wall. Another one gonna drop. Everyone partially blind once more. And now they're gonna push through the smokes. Magic's Boy will find the one. Now it's up to Freeze in a 1 versus 1 because he killed a man, but it's Bondic from behind still lurking up in the smoke. Will secure the round for Hellraisers.
Wow, so SK win the pistol, and then the force up from Hellraisers takes them down. Now it's SK to have no money. They're gonna be saving for 2 rounds, and Hellraisers maintain a lead suddenly, after SK had the ability to not only even up, but take a lead themselves. That's pretty unreal.
So obviously a great way for SK Gaming to start the half winning the pistol, but then the worst thing possible happens. They get upset. The force buy from Hellraisers is successful. And I don't know, maybe SK Gaming should have pulled back and played a bit more passive and try to escape the power of the CZ and the Tech 9. Or now they're going to do the same thing and try to get aggressive in these close angles with the CZ of their own, but Madi coming away with nothing, and Zero uses his AK to take down Magic's Boy. So man advantage for the Hellraisers, and SK Gaming, their force buy not going so great.
Yeah, hearing that jump up, and sometimes you just got to give up the jump once you have made noise. That's typically a more of an unconventional spot, so it's no surprise that they decided to go for it, but Freeze actually getting killed. This is 3v3. The bomb site has been taken, but cat control is still SK's. Well, they've got a man in heaven as well. Looks like he's going to be able to get a shot off. That's Pimp. Does some damage.
And it does connect there. And Freeze, he had a really big backstab kill. That made the round very interesting. Here's Madi in the fire, able to bring down Bondic. Oscar on the trade out. It's Oscar and Zero. We're going against Pimp with this scout, and both of them are quite healthy. I think Oscar can go down in 1 shot. Now he definitely can, but Pimp just keeps re-aggressing there with the USP, so not much of a chance. Zero comes away with the 3K, and Hellraisers will survive the round. It's 10-8.
Yeah, just barely. I mean, they're going to have a couple of drops here. One player is not going to have the guns they want, but also he could just go and pick up a MAC-10. Yeah, Angel is just going to grab that. That's just going to be the gun they want to use to farm. He should probably get rid of his utility, and they might use him to scout a site. Great opportunity for him to take his kill lead right now, his 19 frags, and run with it even farther. I think he's the man, yeah, going over to B by himself. Angel loves to rush short, is really good at it. Just as I say, we have the NA flash.
Yeah, unfortunate for there, but no one was around to potentially capitalize on the mistake there from Angel, as there you go, right? We mentioned it a few times. Madi lurking out of B, now Angel lurking out of B. We're going to see the battle flip around, I'm sure, after SK Gaming get out to a normal buy. But of course, they're hedging their bets with these, vanilla pistols on the CT side, just stacking up over at long and now starting to give it up. They're rolling around as a group.
It's looking like a game of risk as we have everybody grouped up on both sides. But SK, after not hearing anything at long, are going to immediately run it to B. Haven't actually made any noise. Hellraisers do not know that the stack is changing sites, but...
It's so funny.
It really doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, Hellraisers now just walking up long, delaying it, was all they needed to do. And SK are going to be beating themselves up when they start to hear footsteps over top of them. Here's Angel to alert them that they picked the wrong site after starting off on the right one. They're just going to push through like a group of lemmings.
Yes, it's pretty good. Hopefully they don't come across a cliff. It could get ugly. The cliff might actually just be Hellraisers when they run back into them.
Wow, they're just going on the tour right now.
So this is Overpass. Take a look at the graffiti over to the left. There's a nice club. Now there's a playground. Great times. Nice fountain. Very scenic environment. You can have a picnic over here, or you could get murdered in the park.
Definitely. Basically flanking themselves. I don't get the think off on Stico. He's not going to want to repeat. They don't want to give up this AK, but they also don't want to use Stico to defend. If he dies, that wouldn't be worth it. And Madi is going to come up with a little bit of a prize. Angel, though, on the flank with the MAC-10. Ooh, Madi hitting that headshot, because if he didn't, probably would have got punished for not having armor. Pimp also is going to have the ability to pick up another AK if he can find out where it went. Oh, and he does grab it. Huge grab.
That's massive. So Hellraisers, once again, I think in the last 2 rounds, Hellraisers have only had 2 people survive it each time. They do plant the bomb there, so that's obviously some extra money. SK Gaming, that's massive. It's a little, I guess, unfortunate for them that they gave up that stack immediately and then Hellraisers went that way. But to come away with 2 rifles is really the best case scenario. Like, SK couldn't have hoped for more than that.
Yeah. Somehow Hellraisers clawed their way back into this and now are at a rifle round at a point where they have a pretty good lead. They could even afford to lose this, and it's really SK who need to pull this round away from them.
Yeah, this is a big one for SK Gaming if they really want to have a claim to Overpass. Freeze with his op. He did not really have much success on the T side. I think near the end of the first half, Freeze was like 2 and 10 at one point. So he was having a tough time. And Freeze, did he actually tag someone there at long? Because the Oscar is low on 45. Zero as well took some damage.
Yeah, he might have actually done that. Well, the smoke execute's going to come out from Hellraiser. Something SK pride themselves on in this map.
Yeah, it has been good for SK Gaming. Now it's turn for Hellraisers. Bonna's going to take one down. Here's Freeze behind Optimus. Will bring down Angel, looking for some more shots through the smoke, popping him off, but none of them connecting. Oh, doesn't quite have that angle onto the player planting actually for the CT side. Right? He did plant on the CT side of those boxes. I guess that's just the post plant there for long instead of the bathrooms. We have Zero on short. He's brought down Magic's Boy, but here's a Cillian and Freeze answering back. Man advantage now for SK Gaming as they continue on the retake. Smoke down everywhere. They don't have a kit. Madi actually does, but the man on the bomb did not. Stico spraying through. Now no one is on the bomb. He will take down Freeze with that almost last bullet. Now he's going in with the slicing and dicing. He will grab it. $1,500. He's going to be taken down. Madi's picked up the kit, and it looks like he will secure the round. And whoa.
What was that round? What is that? Like,
that's 4 people in a smoke.
That's extremely hard to talk about, right? Like, yeah, that's 4 people in a smoke. That was a smoke that Magic Boy threw for the retake, and it almost turned out badly. Like, it seemed like they were going to try to stick a 10-second defuse. That didn't happen, and the Hellraisers came in, panicked that the bomb was being defused, and tried to kill everybody. And it was just ridiculous. But I guess the weird part was that the plant was for CT, but no one had pushed through bank. And I think that what they wanted to do with that smoke execute is cut off all the bathrooms and come from long and then push to get CT control. But I think they saw too many people there and they didn't want to actually fight for it. So they just got the plant and fell back to bad afterplant spots.
Oh my goodness. Freeze is making me so nervous. He's out there aggressive at party with a boost actually. Then the smokes come over so he starts to fall back. I think he's going to get shot in the back, but no. He turns around, posts up with an angle that he knows and takes a shot through a smoke. That lands onto Stico. And that's a man advantage now for SK Gaming, down 2 rounds and looking to make it 1 here in round 21. What will Oscar maybe have to say with his op? Or even Angel with his CZ. Angel has been getting these crazy multi-kills with the pistols, with the Galeals in this series.
Now, is this a 2-for-1 round for both teams? Hellraisers have absolutely no utility. They've got Angel with a Molotov and flash, and Bondek with 1 flash. SK Gaming have a huge advantage of this round. I mean, they have the op on Oscar, but if they really give him 1 or 2 kills, that's a huge flub by SK, who have the ability to smoke him out, flash him off, go 1 for 1 and still be ahead. So many things working in their favor. And just as I say that, the clock running down as well. 35 seconds remain, and no one's dry peeking Oster.
Yeah, and it's not like there can really be some tactical Na'Vi-style execution because there's nothing to execute with. It's just going to be Oscar with his raw aiming ability with that op, taking down Freeze, and he was even partially blind. That was just a pre-fire onto the angle over the green bin. That was impressive stuff. And look at Bondic and Zero. That's going to have a Cillian rotating. He was trying to be on that massive flank, so the bomb is going to be going down. Will they be able to secure that flank as quick as they maybe want to? Madi just trying to jump in spot for some information. And yeah, Cillian on the flank. Zero not aware of that one at all. So it's just Bondic. It all falls on him right now. Also in the bathrooms, I think he might have fallen off long and he's on his way wrapping back around. So he can potentially flank the flanker here. But he is just missing out on the timing. No, he doesn't. He will find that kill. Now a 1 versus 1. Smoke's going to go down. So more smoke grenade fun here onto this A site. Bomb's going to be tapped. I don't think Bondic even heard it, but since he's just shooting Madi, just goes out for that repeat, and that is perfectly played from him and the team ace from SK Gaming.
Yeah, that's huge. Another 1v1 though. 2 rounds in a row where it's 1v1, but it's Hellraisers who have to save now. So an excellent opportunity for SK to build up their bank on the back of those 2 clutch rounds, and yeah, really well played by Madi to throw that smoke down and not just stick it and risk getting one tapped or blood coming out of the smoke and just handing that round to Hellraisers or putting it on chance. Instead, he gave himself the ability to shoot back and knew he had enough time to defuse and took that duel. Hellraisers actually are investing here. Yeah, because I think they see like last two rounds were 1v1. So yeah, they have a horrible buy. SK though actually have quite a bit of money even though they've lost so many members. So have done a pretty good job with their economy. Overall, I think that that eco where they're able to pick up 2 games is coming back to pay off for them. Or pick up 2 guns, excuse me.
Well, speaking of the eco, look at this Galil skin. It's Bondic working his way into B. 2 players spotted at Graffiti, and it's Madi that comes away with that first kill. Actually thought a Cillian was going to have one. Yeah, a bit of damage done, and Pimp will capitalize on that damage with that grenade. Madi gets one more, and Freeze hits an up shot, I assume, up from the window. And now you've just got Zero with a Galil 1 versus 4, and no chance on the round here. Maybe he can just sit tight for a bit, and they can kind of use this as a timeout.
The good thing is like Hellraiser's money couldn't be any more destroyed, but that, there's not going to be like a 3-for-1 round, or this actually might be a 3-for-1 round. But I guess I was going to say it wouldn't be a 4-for-1. Like there's going to be this round, and there's going to be 2 rounds where Hellraisers have to save, which means they might actually force up again next round, which would be kind of absurd, but it would result in the same amount of pressure needed from them because they have to wait until they have a certain amount of loss bonus. Actually, because they've lost 3 in a row already, they might only need to save 1.
Yeah, just because of the nature of the T side with the cheaper weapons and how that bonus can work.
Yeah. Buying through the loss bonus is actually a strategy that you can use on T side. The issue is that the maximum that you can end up with is 3,500, and if you want to buy throughout, you don't want to spend all your money, especially on the 4th round, because then you end up in a situation where you have a very low chance on that 4th round, and then on the 5th, it's like, why didn't you just full save for it in the first place? But here's Zero, just keeping the Galil, and no utility. It's still a $2,000 weapon, but it just barely beats out. Or
I wonder if they buy here though, because he's left with just $100, right? And are the other players going to put something behind it? They're in like the mid 2Ks, which is the really good place to be when the bonus starts going up on the T side. Like I try never to buy lower than $2,000. And all right, they're not going to put anything behind it, so that's good. But Zero's going to be...
He should have actually gone to die in that situation.
Yeah, he probably should have just died because he's going to be way off kilter from his team's money.
That's quite interesting. I mean, he had time to do it. I mean, he didn't have the initial idea to. Maybe they're deciding whether or not they're going to force up. But once they decided not to force up, or once they decided to have him save, they should have decided to force up as well. So I'm not sure this makes a whole lot of sense.
Maybe they still wanted the extra time to just talk over through the next rifle round. And they were that's why they didn't put him forward to die, just even grabbing more extra time. But it seems like you figure out what you need to do, and in the last 10 seconds, you just have him run in and die. So yeah, weird. Some questions for sure. And now we've got Freeze hitting a shot over here at Log. He will miss that one. Gonna toss a nade pretty far down. That won't be very effective. Some damage put onto Zero as SK Gaming look to take the lead in this round.
That's just crazy. I mean, yeah, I just can't stop thinking about that decision. It's hard to predict, I guess. And he was way far off of his teammates when they failed that B hit, but I wonder what they're going to do now. They're in such a tough spot. They lost 2 1v1s. They lost the force up, kind of all in type round and then put themselves in a bad economic spot following that by saving one gun.
One. Does Zero just save the Galil again?
He definitely should, if he can. I mean, there's 18 seconds left. He actually might be able to. Or just get a kill.
He will finally go down. Both players going to fall to Madi over there at the barrels.
So, okay, in terms of loss bonus, well, now he gets a loss bonus that beats out even having the Galil, technically. Yeah. So there is that. I mean, if he didn't get that kill, he would have had 3K. That would have been literally the same as having head armor and a Galil. Angel buying up. Yeah, never wanted to follow suit. Zero, the only one just has a Galil and a smoke now. Turns that kill into a smoke.
Exactly what he had, so it's the same situation, yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
And CEVO with a running Molotov. That's going to go over to short here and some spamming through the boards to ensue. Actually, no, they don't go for the spam at all, so not pulling that seized style strategy from Na'Vi that we see him do almost every round. Now Oscar, wow, unscopes instead of shooting. Would have been crazy. And Madi and Asilian, first 2 kills of the round. It's 4-on-3. Madi still playing in a fantastic spot. He's been so good with these headshot angles. Going to toss in a nade. That's quite a bit of damage now done to Oscar, and he can work around the smokes that have been thrown in the pit to isolate him, but might just give him a cover and an off angle to work with. Freeze from up top now. We'll get one. And it's just Sticko and a Zero. Smoke to go down, trying to get those flames off of the site. Look at Sticko. He's got 2 players flying across from up top, and they're going to put him underwater.
Madi's positional play is just fantastic. Not only did he stay alive, but he covered his options moving to the left side of that smoke. Got a kill, fell back. I mean, he put himself in a great position that entire round. Made it really hard. Even stopped the planet. I didn't even realize that was him. That was just perfect. He plays so well, actually. This is the Madi that once was on Fnatic.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing that hasn't changed in any iteration of Counter-Strike is positioning, right? So he's really making that work for him right now. His experience is shining through battles, and we've seen some really big rounds from each of them. And I mean, to highlight it the most would be Madi in that last round on B, getting those first couple kills, then working around the smoke, stopping the plant, getting another kill. Ended up with a 3 or a 4K, I'm pretty sure, because they definitely used that whole 5 minutes of that pause. And they did decide to go for the buy. Just a light buy here, so you can essentially call it an eco round. Hellraisers will be coming out with a full buy in round 26, or maybe they can just convert this one. Asilian holding on to Monster does a bit of damage to Zero, but he will fall down, and this could be a plant. Madi actually lets a player get into the pit, so he's been pushed back into Gfinity. He's going to try to go for those one taps with the flashes, and they are swarming him. He will find 1 kill down on 16 HP right now. They're going for this boost up as well. Flash going to come out. Freeze has spotted this, though. I think he saw a pointy elbow. And he's going to miss that first shot. That's Oscar coming through with the P250. Freeze setting up at another angle. Misses that one as well. And Oscar not going to continue to push forward on that. Nades going up into the window. Angel with the CZ kill. And it is maybe just the power of the pistols here for the Hellraisers. Or will Pimp stop them? And Magic's Boy coming in. Oscar with the op that he stole away from Freeze. Magic's Boy, time getting low, has a kit, but 1 versus 2. It will be difficult. He's going to have to get the heck out of there.
Wow, somehow avoids all the angles and actually saves this M4. That's enormous. Only takes a few damage as well. Oh, a player from Hellraisers did go down, and that's only 1 to live. Even though it's the eco and they were saving for this round, they do have a lot of money, but they only kept 1 alive there. That was enormous. I mean, they came into the site, they got both kills. Madi somehow managed to get a kill and stay alive for a little bit of time, and he's been so reliable with that. But Asilian just used way too many bullets on that smoke at Long B, I think.
Yeah.
If he just saved them. And he didn't even have a pop flash to avoid. I mean, didn't plan on avoiding a pop flash in the first place. So maybe if he just waited for them to actually come through the smoke, he could have not only secured those kills, he might have just aced straight up and instead went down with no because he had no ammo.
Yeah, that was definitely the biggest kill of the round for Hellraisers to take him down, and they didn't even lose a member. It put Zero on something like 30 HP. They stormed forth, they plant the bomb. We've actually seen Hellraisers get a couple rounds that way on their light buys so far on the T side of Overpass. And now it's Freeze. Wow, that op shot looks so close. Magic's Boy around the tree goes 1 for 1. Freeze still kind of holding the angle. He might flash to let Pimp work his way out of the bathrooms. Nope, Pimp not going to be doing that one.
Yeah, Freeze cannot be missing those shots. He's got to fall off of a perfectly great opportunity. Like, he could have easily hit that shot, like, went right into his crosshair. You pretty much have to hit those, but instead, Magic Boy goes down. He gets a kill, and, SK should be thankful for that. They also should be thankful that they have a player like Madi to be at B site, but where is he right now?
Madi's actually on A, and Sicilian on B. I was just going to comment that you think you might want to put Madi here instead. Sicilian going to try to do what Zero was doing, go up on that railing, look over the box, but he's going to get pushed back, and here comes Madi. The hero over at B just gets the one, and now Sicilian down in the pit. A player dropping off the smoke, somehow Zero coming away with that frag, but it does put SK Gaming into a pretty realistic retake scenario. 2-on-2, actually no kit, so they will have to go very quickly. At least they have some utility for them. Pip now working into the canal. That's Oscar holding this angle with the op. Nade gonna go back looking for Zero. Oh, and it hits him square in the face, and the smoke now over onto Oscar. Two of them actually thrown in. It won't matter. Oscar going out with the P250. Freeze knows this, but what side of the columns are gonna be on? And he jumps in. Could have been a no-scope from Freeze, but there's no kit.
Does he have that? No, he doesn't have it. Oscar wins that. Unreal.
And he dies as well.
Everybody in the round getting a kill except for Stiko. 9 players with kills that round. Hellraisers win that off the back of a 1v1, and the 1v1 goes their way this time.
That could be the difference maker. We're tied up 13-13, and that will be a save, or an eco round rather, for SK Gaming. We had one member there that was Freeze with quite a bit of money. Looks like he bought up maybe a pistol and some Kevlar. Actually, as well, who was the other one? Magic's Boy also with money. He did go for Kevlar. So him and Freeze. They will be able to have a rifle round coming out in round 28. So it should be Hellraisers taking the lead here. We have this long stack once more for SK Gaming. Will they be more patient this time?
Yeah, I wonder. The Hellraisers have no idea that they made that big rotate in that last round, so, and I'm not going to assume that SK realized it either. But they're going to see some attention. And this time, instead of backpedaling, they're going to push forward.
Stiko might have just given up the angle inside of that playground there, and he's starting to fall back.
Does he hear them? That's the question.
Well, CTs are getting close now. Hot on the heels of the Hellraisers, who have now walked into B, still taking their time to clear some things. They haven't seen a single player. They've sniffed out nothing. They're like, okay, they weren't over at the middle. They're not here at B. Where were they? They must have assumed long at that point. Will they expect the push through to have come so fast? It looks like they will. Here's Oscar at Monster with the really, really good angle. So hard to win that, especially without an op. And he's just spamming this wall. Clearly not spammable because those were directly on him.
Yeah. Oh, a duel happening on the other side of the map. Magic Boy gets the better of it. Picks up a UMP. Smoke has half armor. That's a bit of a win, but this is Hellraisers moving in next round, keeping 4 alive right here, provided they don't lose any more players. They have a solid economy for the rest of this for the rest of the map, or potentially. They have an op on Oscar. SK will have a great buy themselves, but I think that because of this round, because it went so well, even if SK win next round, they're gonna have to win two rounds in a row versus rifles. Like they're not gonna have the opportunity to have a Hellraisers or catch Hellraisers saving. They're gonna have Hellraisers are gonna have maybe one person who has a Tech 9 next round. So all the damage dealt, or all the lack of damage dealt, might come back to haunt SK.
And I suppose that timeout was already used by SK Gaming because this would have been the round to use it. Or maybe they just didn't want to. I still didn't get any word on if they had used it or not. My memory doesn't serve me well, but there's Freeze with the op going into party. Oscar has his as well, and it's a pretty healthy buy-up from SK Gaming, and of course a full one for the Hellraisers. Angel working on the catwalk. This is where he's generally so good on the T side of Overpass to find those entries, but nothing coming of it yet.
That smoke being bad could have cost them really badly, but Angel gives it up, and no one's actually walked up the ramp to peek him.
He wants Stiko to come over and boost, it looks like, but he's not quite doing it yet. Stiko is just continuing to check to make sure the CTs aren't going for that same boost.
Looked like he was trying to persuade him.
Yeah, he's like, look, no, go up there, look, no, we're going to boost and peer over the wall, and you're going to get a kill, but they will give it up. Stiko declined the offer.
No moves being made at this moment. Short control is taken. The B split could be imminent. And it looks like smokes are coming over really quickly.
And they're so passive on both sites that the rotation down from A will be so fast from SK Gaming. 3 players already on the site. This will be a hard take for the Hellraisers, but can Angel get it done for them? Monty looking over the box. Will he get his 1 kill as per usual over here? Of course he does. Asilian as well. And the rotators are all here. Madi going to find a double. Oscar looking on the column. There's one nice op shot onto Asilian. Can he chain it together for some more? That's 2. He'll need to get 2 more to win it. 22 seconds on the clock right now. He's working around the box. Player in the pit. That's 3. And this is Oscar versus Freeze. The sniper duel 2 decided. Smoke is down. It's going to come down to timing here and the shot to be missed. Oscar able to jump away. Some more nades being exchanged. And now out to the M4A4. Hearing that scope, and Oscar can't hit the 4th. Freeze will win it. And that's 14-14.
Oh my gosh, almost the 1v4 to get match point. Another 1v1 in this game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They actually get the defuse this time. Freeze has enough time to go pull off the 10-seconder, but wow, that was close. Oh my gosh. And now it's going to be, is that 13 or is that 14 for SK?
14-14.
14-14. So it all comes down to this. Both teams have a full buy.
Oh, and they do have a timeout.
Gosh. They are going to use a timeout. This is quite a time to use it. What a match so far. I mean, we're going to look back at the clutch statistics after this because it literally comes down to nothing else. You know, setups are one thing and executes are another, but there's been so much fragging going back and forth and then always coming down to a 1v1, which seems to start to, which has been splitting a little bit, but I mean, ultimately SK have still won way more clutches overall.
Yeah. And they actually had that streak of 4 rounds there on the CT side, and the economy got a little bit messy. Hellraisers took that pause, got 3, but there, I mean, so many rounds coming close. Even the last round was Freeze. It was also Freeze, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Who had that up, won the 1v1.
Yeah.
9 people had kills in the round. He's on the bomb, realizes he doesn't have time. He goes down to the explosion. Then I think one more eco, they get back into it. And then finally, he gets that 1 versus 1. He gets to defuse so many clutch rounds. We really can't state it enough. This has been a crazy map number 2 on Overpass. And now, what a time, right? I thought maybe you'd take the pause going into that round, but it looks like they had plenty of time, given that they stacked up and kind of just ran around as a team. They might have talked about that round, and now that they've won it, they take the pause, maybe putting Hellraisers on ice a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like Freeze has already called for the resume, so they're going to get right back into this, not using the full 5 minutes to calm down or anything. I think they want to continue with the momentum that they left off with. Maybe had a couple of footnotes to reiterate to their teammates or talk about a strategy or just say, this is what we're doing next. You know, like, everyone chill out for 1 second, let's get to this. And this is for match point.
Magic's Boy going up to the tree. We've seen him be pretty good here. We've actually seen Freeze maybe not be the best support here with the op to help out Magic's Boy. He missed some easy shots, and it could have been a round earlier for SK Gaming if they just maintained the long control. And it might actually end up being tested, but they've backed off. They left tree, and now they're leaving the planter. Flash is going to come over. Freeze now realizing, all right, some people must be working up long. I think it's a good thing Magic's Boy left the tree spot.
Yeah, no, this is actually, you know, Hellraiser's in a default that SK use quite often, where they simply have someone waiting in stairs. Angel's actually not rushing short for once in his life, which he's just so good at. And, oh, Freeze to get the opening frag as well. Critical kill.
Oh, he might get him
Oh
here.
my gosh, does he do the damage?
No.
No, he doesn't. And almost got caught crossing back. That was tricky.
Bonnick was trying to stretch Armstrong there to pick up that op, it looked like, but now he has switched out.
I can guarantee you Oscar's head is in his hands right now. Joey's taking the peek.
You're wrong, it's not.
You can't prove it.
Yo, who doesn't want to watch this round? No one's going to close their eyes right now. We've got Freeze. There's the shot missed, and it's going to be Magic's Boy with the rifle to go out for the re-peek on Freeze's behalf, but he gets nothing of it. It's Angel to find the kill. Now holding that. There's a shot for Freeze through the exhaust there of the truck. Monty already up at bank. It does actually spot one falling back at long. And bomb planted for the bathrooms. You can't expect them to be bathrooms. Look at Asilian. That's a must-hit shot, and it wasn't pretty. That was nerve-wracking, but he will find it. And this is for match point for both teams here. Nade going to go in, and that's, oh God, very loud, and a lot of damage over to 0. Sticko playing up on the flowers. They've already touched onto the bomb. They can't quite convert that spray over, and it's Asilian to get them both. He gets all 3 kills on that retake, and that's SK Gaming out to match point first.
Oh my gosh, amazing nade usage. Perfect pickup for Asilian to get both those kills. SK Gaming take match point, and it almost came down to a 1v1 one more time. Wow, that was so close. SK get the opening kill with Freeze, and then Hellraisers trade back, get 2 entries onto the site. Angel, I'm sure, regretted peeking truck at that one angle. Gave Asilian a second, or excuse me, Freeze a second kill as well. And now it's just a broken buy for Hellraisers.
But this is where they've been good, right? Storming onto the B site. It looks like SK Gaming are making the hard reads right now. The A defenders already pulling back from their initial posturing out aggressive at Fountain, and they're playing far away for the pistols. It's from barrels. Pip gets one, Madi a Cillian, and then Madi again. It's just Sticko, and there you go. Dominant B defense. Good read from SK, and they take map 2. It's all 30 rounds, but they lead the series, which is a best of 5, 2-0.
2-0. They're pumped. Look at them. Look at Cillian, so stoked. They gotta be excited. That was amazing. They had so many clutch rounds and went in such exciting fashion as well. Hellraisers looking very defeated, and for good reason. That's a hard one to win. It could have turned around at any moment. There are multiple parallel universes in which Hellraisers won that map, and won it decisively, mind you. Just in that second half alone, the amount of clutch rounds that factored into.
But I love to see that on both maps right now. I feel like we're commentating basketball or even, you know, American football with like this great timeout management from SK. They use a timeout at the very end of Dust 2. That lets them, you know, get across the hurdle, win those 2 maps to close it out. They take a save. I'm sure they talked a lot on that one eco round they had before winning to tie it up 14-14. And then they use their pause again. It's the power of the pause to get the last 2 rounds that they need to win both maps in a row. That's really cool stuff from SK Gaming.
Yeah, and now it becomes a question of, can they seal this up in the next 3 maps? I mean, Hellraisers should be favored overall, but SK just have to bring one more down. That's it. They just got to do it one more time.
Yeah, you think even if they don't continue to play as well, there's a chance over the course of 3 maps that they might just win one. And Cobble's coming up next. It was a map where SK Gaming, they were a dominant force. They just ran over Dignitas on one of Dignitas's best maps, a map that even the best teams in the world ban against Dignitas. And I think the score was like 16-3.
Yeah.
SK wrecked them, and they might just do it again. As the 3-0 is still very possible. We'll make sure Puckett knows that the 3-0 is still possible as we go back to the desk.